Give me the camera. Give it off, down.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Defending Your Movie here on Screen.com. This is a feature where we talk about a movie that's maybe underappreciated or kind of forgotten, but movies we really love and we want to share our knowledge with you. Today's movie is Mars Attacks by Tim Burton. It's a 1996 movie about a Martian invasion. Now, Mars Attacks is a film I have a strange connection to. I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but I'm pretty sure this is the first film I ever saw at a midnight showing in DC's massive Uptown Theater. I remember very specifically that my friend Danny and I were sitting in the front row, laughing uproariously the entire time. But I think we might have been the only ones doing so. This movie wasn't very well received, and it didn't really make a lot of money either. Which isn't so difficult to imagine now that I think about it. This movie is essentially a love letter to everything a 13-year-old boy would find funny. It treats the subject of alien invasions in such an incredibly goofy and juvenile way that it makes Independence Day look more like Remains of the Day. But it's also very, very funny. Now, the plot is not the driving force of this film so much as it is the gag humor. But to recap quickly, Mars Attacks is about a Martian invasion of Earth. Now, there's no particular goal that the Martians really have, and at first they claim to come in peace until one of those goddamn hippies ruins everything by releasing a dove above the Martians' landing party, causing them to go apeshit and start destroying everything in sight. What happens next is an hour and a half that follows a dizzying cast of characters through their day-to-day lives as they try to both dodge certain death or find some way to stop the Martians before they kill everyone.
Nitrogen. So, that's how it could breathe in our atmosphere.
Now, what I like about the Martians here is that they're not just out to kill everybody, but they're also intent on being real dicks about it. Now, it's one thing to kill a woman's boyfriend, but it's another thing entirely to transplant her head onto the body of her dog. But maybe that's why this is the only movie I can stand to watch Sarah Jessica Parker in.
Really? You like my work?
It's easy to destroy Easter Island, but it's just plain mean to use it as a bowling alley. And anyone can knock over the Washington Monument, but it takes a race of sadists to then push it on top of a group of Boy Scouts. Now, like any gag-based movie, Mars Attacks throws a bunch of stuff at the wall and sees what sticks. Not everything does, but there's a weird kind of heart to the humor that makes me laugh at even the hoariest of chestnuts, like the bit where the Martians blow up a donut shop just after 3 cops are outside. There's also a bunch of weird background throwaway gags, like the Martian walking away with a cow in the background of a spaceship, or a Martian girlfriend throwing her boy toy as a lunchbox and waving goodbye as he hops into his giant killing robot to wreak some havoc. The writing also has its moments too, as in this early press conference bit.
The Martians have 2 sexes, like we do.
Or when 2 kids save the president.
What are you guys gawking at? Get that president out of here!
But especially when the Martians take to the streets of Vegas.
Don't run. We are your friends.
This movie also features the proverbial star-studded cast, with people like Pierce Brosnan, Annette Bening, and Glenn Close turning in the kind of shamelessly bemused performances you're unlikely to see them give to anyone but Tim Burton. But this movie also has one of my all-time favorite cameos. He doesn't show up until over an hour into the film, and no one's going to claim that he should be a full-time actor, but Tom Jones's role as Tom Jones is so damn good, even the Martians can't help but be entertained. I really can't think of another movie that could pull off an ending where a British singer emerges from a hiding hole in Tahoe only to hand-feed deer and has a falcon land on his arm before bursting into song. So yeah, this movie's pretty ridiculous, but in the best way possible. It might not have done very well upon release, but there's no doubt in my mind that I prefer movies like Mars Attacks that throw an actual narrative and somewhat witty writing while avoiding the easy pop culture references over the seemingly endless string of date movie, epic movie, Meet the Spartans, barrel scraping crap that Hollywood has chosen to serve up to us over the last decade or so. And hey, it's impossible to dislike any movie that uses this many pneumatic catapults. So that does it for another episode of Defending Your Movie here on Screen.com, where we talked about Mars Attacks. Please leave a comment under this video to let us know what you think about it. And if you did enjoy it or didn't enjoy it, rest assured we'll be back soon enough with another episode of Defending Your Movie and a lot more featured content here on Screen.com. Thanks for stopping by.